When did 15 minutes change everything? I used to think Mr. Davis was just your typical awkward science teacher. You know the type, made terrible jokes, talked too much about his cat, and sometimes said things that made us all cringe. I was in 8th grade, and honestly, nobody really paid attention to his weird comments. We just rolled our eyes and waited for class to end. One Tuesday afternoon, I was trying to film a time-lapse of our chemistry experiment for extra credit. I propped my phone up behind some textbooks and hit record, thinking I'd get some cool footage of the reaction happening over 20 minutes. What I actually captured was something completely different. The experiment finished early, and most kids were packing up their stuff, but Mr. Davis kept talking, pacing around the front of the classroom like he always did when he got worked up about something. At first, it seemed normal. Then his voice got weird. "You know," he said, running his hands through his greasy hair, "some girls these days make things up just to get attention. They think they can ruin a man's entire life with their stories." The whole class went quiet. Even Jake Morrison, who never shut up, stopped talking. Mr. Davis kept pacing, his hands shaking now. "People need to be very, very careful before they destroy someone's career over nothing," he continued, his voice getting higher. "I've seen it happen before, right here at this school." That's when he started naming names. Girls who had graduated years before us, students I'd never heard of. He talked about how they had tried to cause problems for him but couldn't prove anything. He kept wiping sweat from his forehead and adjusting his tie. "Jennifer Walsh thought she was so smart back in 2019, he said, staring directly at Emma Peterson, who looked terrified. "Sarah Kim tried the same thing in 2021, but where are they now? Gone. And I'm still here." The bell rang, and everyone practically ran out of the classroom. I grabbed my phone, completely forgetting about the recording until I got home that night. I was editing the video when I heard Mr. Davis's voice again. My stomach dropped as I listened to the whole 15-minute rant. I called my mom upstairs immediately. "Mom, you need to see this," I said, showing her the phone. Her face went completely white as she watched. When it finished, she took the phone from my hands without saying a word. "Honey, go do your homework. I need to make some phone calls." By the time I woke up the next morning, everything had exploded. My mom had sent the video to Principal Washington, the school board, and apparently shared it in the parent Facebook group that included half the families in our district. My phone was buzzing nonstop with texts from classmates asking if it was real. Emma Peterson's mom called our house crying, thanking my mom for finally giving them proof of what her daughter had tried to report 2 years ago. Within 48 hours, the school launched a full investigation. 2 former students came forward with their own stories. One of them, Sarah Kim, who Mr. Davis had mentioned by name, released a statement saying she had tried to report him in 2021, but was told there wasn't enough evidence. Mr. Davis was removed from the classroom immediately. The local news picked up the story. Parents were demanding answers about why previous complaints had been ignored, but that's when everything in my family fell apart. My dad came home from work Thursday night absolutely furious. He'd gone to high school with Mr. Davis 30 years ago, and suddenly he was blaming my mom for destroying an innocent man's life. "That kid always had a big mouth," he yelled, pointing at me. "Now look what you've done. We're going to get sued. The media's going to come after us." "He threatened students by name, David," my mom shot back. "Our daughter captured evidence of a predator." "Evidence of what? A man having a bad day?" They screamed at each other for hours. I heard words like lawsuit and media attention and ruin our family. My dad kept saying I should have minded my own business. The fighting got worse every night. Mr. Davis was fired within a week, but my dad treated it like I'd committed some terrible crime. He stopped talking to me entirely. The final blow came when Channel 7 News showed up at our house wanting to interview me. My dad lost it completely, screaming at the reporters to get off our property and threatening to call the police. "I can't live like this," my mom told him that night. "She did the right thing, and you're acting like she's the problem." "She is the problem," he screamed back. "She's always been the problem." 3 weeks later, my mom enrolled me in Westfield Middle School across town. She said it was for my safety, but I knew it was really because our house had become a war zone. My parents filed for divorce 3 months later.